finally made it to camp, so I'll just give you guys a quick little look around here. This here is all the stuff that I had to carry. I had to do a couple of loads. It's 12:05, so I don't know what time I started walking, probably around 10 o'clock, but this here is going to be our view. It's very beautiful down that way with the pond. As you can see, all the beautiful landscape, and then the pond just keeps going on and on and on. And I just kind of tucked away. The trail kind of goes that way, so I just came off the trail, and I'm going to tuck away here. I'm going to set the tent up here, probably on some of these rocks, which normally I would never recommend. You know, you don't want to set up on rocks or anything hard like that, or maybe even like right here. But I'm going to comb it over to take out all the sharp rocks and any glass that may or may not be there, just because I have everything with me. I have the tent and the hammock, but I'm thinking I'm just going to put the tent here. That way, if it does get too crazy, I can put a tarp up over it and whatnot and all that stuff. But before we do anything with camp, I got to get something to eat and drink. I am really hungry and thirsty now after walking. I don't know how far I went, but I probably went, I don't know, maybe around, probably about 3.2 kilometers roughly, maybe not quite 3 kilometers, but well, definitely almost either around 3 or just a little bit shy of 3. I was only supposed to come halfway up the pond, but as you can see, that's the end of the pond up there. So the place that I had set up on the maps when I was planning this trip simply was no good. So I came literally to the other end of the pond. I think this pond is roughly 2.2 kilometers long or whatever it is. So I almost went the entire length of the pond, but then I had to do it with multiple trips in order to carry all that stuff around. I tried to do it with 2 trips, but it ended up taking me 3 trips. That book bag there is actually my food, because we are out here for 3 days and 2 nights, which is so exciting. So let's just go right ahead and get something to eat, and then we'll set up camp. Oh boy, I think I might have to wash off my feet. I'm sweating. All right, for lunch we got a roast beef sandwich, and for dessert we got a couple of donuts, but I'll probably just have one right now and then save one for later on. And then to drink, we just got some pond water with the good old Life Straw. I didn't pack anything to drink because I just got that filter, so I can just drink from the pond without any worries of anything. And check out the view that we are going to be eating our lunch with. Wow, how beautiful is that? And the lake just keeps going on and on and on that way as well. And as you can see, the sky is actually starting to clear up. Supposed to rain tomorrow and the next day, I think. But it was supposed to be nice today, but as you've seen on my walk in here, it was actually quite wet. It was raining for most of my trip in. But we're finally here now, and I'm going to grab a bite to eat. And I'm not complaining. I'm super excited about this trip, and I'm even more excited to take you guys along with me. Alright guys, let me show you around to this beautiful place. That of course is all of my camping gear. Like I said, the tent is probably going to be set up somewhere either right here. Actually, if I'm going to be really honest with you, the tent most likely is going to be set up probably like right here. Like I said, I'm going to comb through it to make sure there's no glass or any sharp rocks that could hurt anything. But beyond that, I feel pretty comfortable putting the tent right there. So like I said, in comparison, there's the gear. And that there's where we had our lunch, just right there. But let me show you the beautiful view that we have of the pond. So we have all that beautiful landscaping over there. You can see, by the way, you can see how rough the pond is over there. That's because of the amount of wind coming, which is basically ripping around that corner there. All that, but you can see how beautiful the pond is. We got all this beautiful landscaping over here of all the beautiful trees, the mountains. But watch when you turn this way. Wow, how beautiful is that, guys? And this is going to be our home for the next 3 days. So that's really exciting. And also there's a lot of good spots, like even right here, or even just like right there on the beach, like right there, where we can have a little fire. That's sort of why I chose to come here. As you can see over there in the trees, there's like tons of dead standing. The same as if you just come around just over here, like even our view looking this way. I mean, look how beautiful all that is, guys. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, no matter what direction you look, it is just absolutely beautiful. And this is going to be home for the next 3 days, and we are going to fish this entire pond. So I'm very excited about that. So and I'm, like I said, I'm very excited to have you guys with me. I'm thinking tomorrow we might actually go up that way and explore. I've never been up there, so maybe we'll go up and see what's around that little pinch up that river. I feel like there's going to be half decent amount of trout down this way, just because of how deep this river here drops off pretty quick. Beautiful little grass right there as well, guys. Take a look. Wow. I've seen a lot of wildlife already here as well. Bumblebees, ants, beetles. I already seen robins and a lot of moose poop, moose tracks, and I think also coyote tracks. It looks like dog prints there, but they didn't look really that fresh. I mean, it might not be a coyote. It might be just, you know, just somebody out with their dog. But I don't know. I don't feel like a whole lot of people comes all the way down this end, down to this end of the pond. Guys, check out what I just found. I just found this ant colony. Look how cool they are. You can see the holes in the ground. You see the holes like right there, right there. Let me see if I can get a good shot from above. You see the ants coming in and out of the holes there? That's their whole colony right there. You got holes coming in and out everywhere. You can see them actually coming in and out of the hole right there. So that's camp all the way over there. So I came up and walked around this, where this little pinch is, this little river, and it opens right up into an even bigger, more beautiful area, I think. So I'm gonna go over and take a look at this grassy area. If it's, I don't know, debating on whether or not I should just camp down here instead, because how beautiful it is. But I'm not saying that we are, because I do really like where we are anyways. There's a lot of resources and stuff close by, but it's just very beautiful right here up on this end of the pond. Well guys, we have officially reached the end of the pond, and over here is a massive beaver dam. So I'm gonna take another video zoomed in, and I'll see if I can get it with the GoPro, but if not, I'll come back either this evening or tomorrow with my other camera, and I'll get a nice close-up shot of that dam. But that dam is huge. So this is as far as I can zoom on the GoPro, but it's actually like right there. It is absolutely huge. So like I said, I'll come back and get the footage with my other camera, but that is a really big beaver dam, probably the biggest one I've ever seen in person. I gotta wash off my feet. That pond is cold. Ugh. But at least now I got all the mud and dirt off of my shoes, so that's a plus. So we're back at camp now, but I had a lot of fun walking up there. Literally, we went as far as we could, literally to the end of the pond. So like I said, there's a lot of nice scenery up there. Like, I think we could get a lot of nice time lapses, but in terms of actually camping up there, I think this place is a lot better down here because it's a lot less windy. Even though you can hear the wind, it's still a lot less windy here than what it is over there. Now if the wind changes directions, then sure, maybe we would have to move from this place, but I still don't think going that way would be ideal. I think going behind this area, there's a beach over there as well, that you could probably camp on as well. So anyways, we're back now, and I might set up camp because it looks like it's getting pretty dark here again now. So I like to be able to put my stuff away to keep it dry. So probably set up camp there now, and then we'll get into the fishing, and maybe even set up a little area to be able to get some wood cut and dried. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's check out the house for the next 3 days. Oh yeah, let's hop in here. Oh, I gotta unzip it more. Sorry guys. Let me get my stuff off. Oh, sorry guys, I'm losing you. All right, we're inside. I already got bugs in here. I mean, yeah, it's actually pretty comfy. I got the screen left off it for now, just kind of letting it air out. Wasn't really sure how this was going to be when I laid on it. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta fix the pocket. The pocket's hanging down there. That's okay, I'll fix that after. Oh yeah. Oh, this is going to be a comfy suit. On a little bit of a hill, but it's really not that bad. Oh yeah, wow, it's so hot in here with the sun beating down. You know what, I might not even put the top on it yet. I might just let it air out. Oh, got the sleeping bag. Let's take that out now, actually. As a little tip for you guys, you're not supposed to keep your sleeping bag inside of the bag. I don't know, most of you guys probably knew that anyways, but for anyone that didn't, you're not supposed to keep the sleeping bag inside of the bag because it loses its puffiness, especially if you're using a kind of sleeping bag like what I got here that's rated at really cold temperatures. It can lose the insulation can kind of wear out on it. So just a general rule of thumb, you're not supposed to keep your sleeping bag inside of the bag. So just a little tidbit for you. Look, you can look out over everything. Oh, pretty nice here, honestly. It's a really nice place. Well guys, I noticed that some of my pegs were starting to come up. Oh, actually it was only one peg, which was that the tent peg, not the tarp peg, but the tent peg. So I figured I'd just take this moment just to show you guys a little trick. It's pretty common sense, but if you want to stop that from happening, you can just put boulders on top of your tent pegs like that, and you know, the wind's not going to move the boulders. As you can see, you know, I got it right there, and then again right there, and you can put them on there without having to worry about damaging your tarp or your tent. You know, they're just laid on there. Like I said, it was only one peg really that came out, but you know, it's just a good little trick. Like I said, I only got the tarp on because I'm out here for 3 days, and it is calling for rain, so so I put it on there just for extra protection. But that's a good little trick for you guys to remember. I mean, like I said, it's pretty common sense, but if you do have any problems with the pegs, just put a boulder on them and they won't come out, and you'll be all set. Little guy, where are you? He's gone. Well guys, that right there, that is one beaver dam. He's just out there right in the middle of the pond. So I'm going to take you guys over and show you the other beaver dam as well, which is on the side of the bank, on the side of the pond. This place is actually covered with raspberries. All these little red dots down there are raspberries. Watch. Wow. There are raspberries all over the place. Alrighty, so we got to go up the hill and cut down some dead standing so that we can have a fire, so that we can cook our supper and have some delicious supper. The birds are still chirping away. They sound very beautiful. I already went ahead to scope out just to make sure it was, to see what I was getting into to go up there. And there's a very beautiful view of overlooking the pond that we're on with the valley. So I'm going to get a really nice time lapse up there for you guys as well. So yeah, let's go on up and cut some wood and get ready for supper. We got a little bit of wood to start with, but I got to go back and get the rest of the stuff, and then we'll process the wood, get the fire going, and have ourselves a good supper. Well, I had to charge up the old GoPro, but we're gonna put a little fireplace just right there, and then I'm gonna cut off all this wood, and we're gonna get the fire going now, and we're gonna have ourselves a delicious supper and all that fun stuff. And wow, just a beautiful day here, guys. And you can see right up the pond here, just such a beautiful day. Oh, and also we're on the beach. We're actually not at camp. I moved up here to eat. Camp is actually just right over there, right behind that point, right behind there. That's where the tent is. So we came over here on the beach to eat. Looks good enough for me. All right, finally the wood cut. We're good. All right, we got quite the fire going now. I already got my pot full of water right here because for supper we're having steak and potatoes. And I was going to have some rice because of how hungry I was after today, after processing all the wood. As you can see, we got it all processed and all that stuff. But and also, you know, hiking in here and then having to set up camp and building the fireplace and all that stuff, you know, it gets tiring after a while. You know, I had to carry all that weight in over 3 kilometers almost, so I'm pretty beat out. I'm not gonna lie to you, and at this point anything will be tasty right now. But we're gonna have some steak, we're gonna have some potatoes, and I got an awesome dessert, but I'm not gonna tell you about it until we get there. Oh yeah, them steaks look delicious. So the steak is completely cooked, so we can fire up the fire again to let our potatoes continue boiling. And plus for dessert, we got some fire camping popping corn. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the steak now, and I just gotta take it out, and I'm gonna fire up the fire, and then we'll get the potatoes going, and then we'll get the popping corn going. I also got some more water with my life straw. I've been keeping myself hydrated all day. It's good. All right, let's just get the steak up out of the barbecue. We'll say homemade barbecue. Ow, hot. Just using a rack for my plate. Alright. I'm just going to rearrange the coals a little bit. It's getting pretty dark as well. The clouds are coming, so I'm thinking that the rain is probably going to start soon. Actually, I'm going to watch this in the pond. Steak is delicious. We got a ripping fire going there now. The potatoes are still boiling away. I'm just still picking at my steak. We got lots of wood on the fire. We're getting through it. And then we'll have our popping corn. I don't think I'm going to have coffee tonight because it's already 8:30, so I'm probably going to skip the coffee. But we are going to have our dessert, which is fire popcorn, and I can't wait for it. The fog is creeping in. Over there, over there, up there, coming down around the mountain, and even all the way over there. You can see the fog just creeping in. But I just fired up the stove again, and we're going to get our popping corn, and actually the potatoes are done now as well. So we'll eat those, and then we'll have our popping corn. And then we'll brush our teeth, and I don't know, maybe we'll have one more try with the fish, and then we'll crawl in and go to bed. Those potatoes are really good. Wow. Of course, everything done over fire is better. Alrighty, it's time for some popping corn. I got some water in the pot to clean it. We're gonna clean it by boiling water into it. I don't think that I really have to do anything with this other than I'm just gonna lay it there because you're supposed to shake it. So once I start to see that it's ready to be shaken, then I'll start shaking it. I'm just having a blast here, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the video as well. I hope you're enjoying the adventure. I know I might not seem as enthusiastic as how I feel. I'm just so tired and beat out, but I might have to get a time lapse of that fog rolling in too. And there's steam starting to come off the water over there, so the temperature is clearly changing. Well, that was a fail. Oh. They're delicious though. I'm just gonna eat them, then put them back on. Well, guys, the supper's gone and the popcorn's gone, and as you can see, we got the fire fired right back up again. I got the pot over there boiling more water to clean it. That's just an easy way of cleaning your pots and pans when you're in the wilderness. Just boil it out. And yeah, so supper's pretty well gone. As you can see, the fog has really rolled in now. I just took a time lapse of it, but it's pretty cool. You can't even see up the pond now. So that's really cool. It's really nice. It's absolutely beautiful here. I'm really happy I got to get out for this trip. And like I said, we're here for 3 days, and today is only the first day. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pack up anything that I'm bringing back to camp, because I'm probably going to leave the food bag over here. Just put it in the wood somewhere, hide it away, but probably leave the food over here. And I'm going to pack everything up, bring over what I can and whatnot, and yeah, and then who knows, we'll see what we'll do. Maybe we'll have another fish. The water is very calm now, so maybe we'll try one more fish. But you know, it is let me see, I don't even know what time it is. It's almost 9:30, so it's getting a little bit later, and I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm probably going to go to sleep soon anyways. But I hope you're enjoying the trip so far. It's supposed to be a fishing trip essentially, but we haven't really done a whole lot of fishing. Mainly just trying to get everything else ready, but at least now the fireplace is ready. I'm probably going to burn off the rest of the wood, just you know, why not? I mean, there's only that much left, so I'll go cut more wood again tomorrow. And but at least everything's already set up. The fireplace is there, and you know, we got camp set up and all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and yeah, and I'll see you again soon. Alrighty, so it's starting to get pretty damp, so I put away the big camera and just got the GoPro out now. You can see how dark it is out here now. It's still not even late, it's still only about 10 o'clock. But I got pretty well everything away. Like I said, it got really damp. I actually left my headlamp over here when I was trying to farm my way back. Guessing that water is finally boiling. Yeah, I think so. So I'm just going to let that little bit of wood burn off. Bring over that little bit of stuff, and then we'll hop into the tent. Like I said, it's super misty. I mean, you can see how foggy it is. You can see my beam, and you can also see hang on, I'll get it to smoke. Yeah, so you can see the mist from the light. You can also see like your breath and stuff when you walk away from the fire. So I'm guessing the temperature is dropping too. It's still nowhere near cold. Every trip that we've been on yet, it went down to like pretty well 0. So this is very luxurious compared to what we're normally in. I think tonight the lowest is going to be, it's like, I don't even know, it's like 8 or something, or 10 or something. So it's nowhere near what we're normally out into. So it's going to be a good sleep, I think. But it's just crazy how misty and foggy it got so quick. Well, guys, we are going to head into the tent now. And if you're wondering, how do you get inside the tent when you have a tarp over it like this, you know, there's no opening or anything. Well, I'm going to show you how I get in. You can see the pegs. You can see this part here is the tent. So what I do is I just lift up the side, and then it creates like this sort of hallway. You just climb in. You can see I got sort of like a little porch I got my sandals, my fishing rod, and my tripod there. And now you're actually in between the tent and the hammock, or in the thing. You just open up your tent like you normally would, and then you just dive right on in. So I'm going to take off my shoes outside. I'm not going to bring them in with me. And before I close the screen, I'll close this part. Here we go. There we go. So now all that there is closed. Now we just close the screen of the tent. And there you have it. Now we're actually inside the tent, which is also underneath the tarp, and it is still super warm here, so that's not very exciting. So I'm just going to rearrange a few things here, and yeah, and I'll get back to you once we're about to go to sleep. Well guys, we are in the tent now, and not only am I not wearing wool socks, but we're actually not wearing any socks. So that's how warm it is in the tent tonight. We're normally having to go get our wool socks, but yeah, tonight it's just so hot that it's no socks and no sleeping bag. I'm literally just, as you can see on the pad, my sleeping bag is literally like right here next to me, because I got it out just in case I do need it. But yeah, I'm really tired tonight, so I think I'm just gonna go right ahead and go on to sleep. And I hope you're enjoying the adventure so much so far. I'm having a blast. Like I said, I'm pretty tired tonight, so I'm going to yeah, I'm just gonna go on to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. And thank you guys so much for tagging along this far. And tomorrow morning we are going to have a good breakfast, and we're going to have some good coffee, and then we're going to do all kinds of fishing and maybe some exploring, depending on how bad it's raining, if it rains, and then of course we'll have some good food. So yeah, so I'm excited for that, and that's pretty well all I got. So good night, God bless, and I'll see you in the morning. It is almost 8 o'clock. Wow. I can't tell what it's like outside because we got the tarp and everything over the tent, but it was windy earlier. But like I said, I can't really tell. It feels warm, but I don't know because I haven't actually gotten up. So let's get up and take a look. I had a pretty good sleep. Wasn't probably one of the worst sleeps that I've had, like, from all of our trips. Definitely was not a great sleep, but it was still pretty good. Let's see. Oh, hello, little flower. Oh my goodness. I might have to lay you guys down for a second. Hang on. See if I can balance you on my knee. It looks, it feels cold. Let's put on our shoes. Oh look, there's a little slug. Excuse me, little buddy. There you go. Oh, shouldn't have put him there. Now I gotta try not to step on him. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's see. Close the tent. There we go. Now let's actually go. Take a look. Oh wow. Whew. It is. It is foggy. Wow. Still very foggy. I was hoping to be able to hear some fish breaching, because I would like to have a fish for my breakfast. But I'm definitely going to try. We're definitely going to try to catch some fish for breakfast. You still hear all the birds. That's where we had our fire to over there. It's a beautiful morning though. It's just really foggy. It is calling for rain today and tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But the tarp held up good. I'll check all the pegs and stuff, but yeah, let's see if we can catch some fish for breakfast. Well guys, I ran back into the tent for a second to grab my knife and my jacket just to keep the mist off me while we're fishing. And so I got my batteries charging there now. This power pack is just a very cheap little like $40 power pack that I bought at Walmart, I believe. As you can see right now, it says 49%. When I brought this power pack out, it was only at 50 or 55%, and I've already charged my GoPro with it, and now I'm charging these two batteries at once for the Canon, because I had to swap out the battery there that time, because I got 4 batteries, but I can recharge 2 of them because the other 2 batteries are different capacity, so it's a different charger. But I can keep recharging these 2, so that's no big deal. These are better batteries anyway. They hold more charge, and they last longer than the actual Canon batteries. But when I was in here though, I noticed all around the edges of the tent it's wet, and that's because that's right where the tarp, if you can see the shadow right there, right where that gets right bright right here, and then there's a shadow. That shadow is where the tarp that I put overhead outside, that's where it ends. So it's a good thing I put the tarp on it, because I might have been very wet when I woke up this morning, but the tarp helped keep me dry. But yeah, just so I'm glad I did that, because now I know if it was actually raining, then I'm gonna have to use the tarp with this tent. Now that's not a complaint towards the tent, because I don't think any tent is truly 100% waterproof, but at least now I know. So I think I made the right choice by putting that tarp up, because we would have been pretty wet this morning. So I just figured I'd show you guys that. Yeah. There are 2 giant loons just right there. They're literally right in front of me. Those guys are massive. Oh, one of them just dove. I'm glad they're getting fish. But I did just have a fish on. I almost got him in actually. But you know the old saying, right? If I didn't record it, then it didn't happen. But I really did. I just had a fish on, but I never got him in, but I did have him. But look at these loons. Aren't they beautiful? Wow. Oh guys, got a little fish. He's not huge. He's probably about 7 inches if I had to guess, almost 8 inches. But I think that's gonna be big enough for me to keep for breakfast. So that's one down, and I'm just gonna put this guy out of his misery, and then we'll see if we can catch some more for breakfast. How exciting is that? I think it might be time to head back to camp. Let's go get our fish.